back to Brilliantly Different, the podcast where autistic voices lead the conversation. Your hosts today are Charlie and Michael, and today we are joined by Michelle, the founder of Lumo Wellness. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much. It's amazing to be here.
Glad to have you on our podcast.
Thank you.
So, to begin with, would you like to explain what you do and what Lumo Wellness is for our audience?
Yes, so my business is Lumo Wellness and I'm all about frequencies, which not many people have heard of, but I'm here to kind of bust that today. And I sell frequency products and frequency services, do workshops, talks, all about frequencies.
Mm-hmm. What inspired you to start this business?
My kids. So my kids are called Luca and Molly, which is Lumo, and I always knew that I wanted to do something for them. I'm also a carer. Luke has autism, Molly, we're getting assessed, I think, autism and possibly ADHD. So I have to always be around for school holidays, and they're also only young once. I'm very conscious of how quick it's going. So I wanted to be around for school holidays, even though they're challenging. I wanted to be around, they're getting older now, but I wanted to spend that time. And I got diagnosed, God, it's nearly a year ago, with ADHD, nearly a year ago. Pretty sure I've got autism as well, but I don't want to go down the assessment period again. I know that I've got it. I don't need to have a piece of paper.
I don't want to go through all that.
I don't want to. I'm glad that I did ADHD because I feel that I needed to know because I was questioning things. But I'm pretty sure I've got autism as well. Pretty sure I've got autism. So I've had jobs before and I don't think I could work for anybody else, to be honest. I don't think I could do it.
Are your kids aware that you named your business
yes,
after
I don't know if they're kind of even take notice of it, but yeah, they are aware. Yes. I think it might just go over their head, but they're aware.
With frequencies, when I think of them, usually I think of noise. And could you explain like how the process works of putting it in the product?
So you're right. Noise is a frequency. There's so many frequencies. So there's positive and there's negative. So the negative is the noise. I mean, for me, when I've been at the beach yesterday and I went to a supermarket straight afterwards and oh my God, the noise level was, I just went really, the noise level was like, it was like the dial was literally turned up to 100. And I know other people don't hear that kind of noise level, but it was just from being somewhere so quiet, the noise just really hit me. So that's a frequency that you're picking up, the noise from everybody. But also in a positive way, nature is one of my favourite places, nature. I will often go to the woods. I went to the beach yesterday. I feel I have a magnetic pull to the beach, literally a magnetic pull to the beach. But nature, you know, if you go to the woods, if you go to the park, you'll often come back feeling calmer. I don't know if you've heard of the term being grounded.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not as in a child being grounded, it's also being grounded to the earth.
Oh, yeah.
So the earth, so everything has got a frequency. We have a frequency, plants, animals, and we're all connected to everything. And the earth's natural frequency is 7.24. I think that, I'll double check that, hertz. So when you're going out in nature, you're connecting to that frequency. So as well with frequencies, which I don't know if you're aware of, and I hope this is not getting too complicated, everybody has an energy field. I think the world is waking up more to energy and frequency and vibration. You know, if you might meet someone that you instantly click with. You might have people that you click with like that, like you've known them forever. But you also have people that you meet that you've not even had any interaction, you don't know them, but you just don't like them, or there's just something you don't gel. That's a frequency. So the people that you meet where you instantly click with, you're on the same frequency, but the people who you don't get on with, you're kind of on a different frequency. So that might kind of explain how some people you gravitate to, some people, you know, I've had people that I've met, some I could say be in a group of 2 people, one person I can just instantly be talking to, have a conversation, is flowing. The other person, it's awkward conversation, you don't know what to say, awkward silences, you're wanting the ground to swallow you up, that kind of thing. That again is frequency. So everybody has an energy field, and I think at the moment we've heard high vibe, low vibe, same kind of thing. So everyone has their. The way I like to think of an energy field is, so we've just been away and my daughter did this. Have you seen Zorbing, where you go in a massive inflatable, massive inflatable ring? Yeah. That is how I like to describe an aura. So we are all stood in our massive, the size of that, invisible energy field. You know, it's massive, it surrounds us, it's invisible. Some people can see it, some people can't. And everybody has their own energy field. So when we're going about our everyday life, you could speak to a friend and they're having you could be feeling really good. You could wake up, you'd be feeling great. You have a conversation with somebody and all of a sudden you're not feeling great, or they're going through a really tough time and you come off the call and you're feeling really drained. That's energy, that's picking up on somebody else's frequency. So we've all had instances where you're feeling really good and sometimes for no reason your energy just changes. That might not even be your energy. So there's certain places that I find in Manchester city centre, Piccadilly Gardens, I find the energy so heavy there that when I can be in the northern quarter and I could be fairly happy because I'm in town, not totally happy, happy-ish because I'm, you know, the vibe. And then as soon as I go to Piccadilly Gardens, I feel tired, I feel drained, I want to leave immediately.
Yeah, because it's a quite busy place, isn't it?
So that's picking up on frequency. So all day, every day, we are interacting with different frequencies. You're just not aware of it. You're not aware of it if you use crystals. They have frequencies. Music for me has been, throughout my life, one of my biggest things. Didn't know about it till now. And again, you can be in a certain mood. Sometimes you might want to put sad music on. Sometimes you might, you know, if I'm cleaning a house, I have to have happy, uplifting music because I need to have the energy. If I'm wanting to calm a bit or focus, I would put more music on that's more calming and focus. That's all frequency. Yeah. It's like tuning into a radio station there's a frequency for everything. So it's tuning into the right radio station to get the frequency that you want.
That's a very good explanation about that. That's very good.
It's another way to describe it is like an orchestra. If you go and listen to an orchestra, if one instrument or one person is not playing correctly, that's going to be noticed very clearly, isn't it? So it's the same thing with us. If something is out of balance, like emotions or anything really, it might come up as a certain way. So it's like the same kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. It's really hard to explain. Does that all make sense?
It definitely does.
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing.
So what do you say then, like, so obviously so obviously I was reading, like, when it was researching, so obviously like the like holistic part of it and stuff, but like obviously there's like definitely like a mental health part to it, isn't there? What do you say?
Definitely. Well, I suppose with frequencies, it's mental, physical, emotion. You can target any areas, but mental health is something I'm very passionate about because I have spent years on medication, which didn't do a thing for me, probably made me worse. I've gone down that route, I've seen counsellors, none of that kind of helped my mental health at all. And one thing that I struggled with was being dependent on other people to fix me. Dependent, you go take this medication, do this, buy this, do this, take that. People telling you what to do, whereas I got to a point where I wanted to be in control. You know, I feel with doctors, the waiting list, you know, if you've got a problem, you know, I think at one time I pulled a muscle. I couldn't get a doctor's appointment for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you know, because of the way the systems are. And am I supposed to just sit at home and be in agony? For me, that's like, well, no. I would turn to using frequencies. You know, for me, having frequencies and using frequency devices, this is a frequency device as well that I'm wearing. I'm in control of how I choose to feel. And it's not a magic cure, by the way. It's not like I'm singing and dancing. I've got pain with my knee at the moment. So it's not like it's all singing and dancing. But the difference is I'm not taking medication. I haven't seen the doctor for it. I will find the solution for it. But frequencies enable you to have your health in your control. So I make jewellery, for example. I make frequency jewellery. So, I mean, I'm probably going to be glowing from space. But again, for me, you know, I've had traumatic childhood, so I've got that. I had a hysterectomy about 7 years ago, so I'm in the surgical menopause, which is hell. It's forever. It's awful. So I've got that. I'm neurodiverse. That's another little box. And I'm a carer to 2 kids who are neurodiverse, which is another challenge in itself. So for me, frequencies, I'm not saying I like control everything, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like I control everything, but I have more options of what to do. So previously, before I got a frequency device with ADHD, for example, before my diagnosis, I knew that I had ADHD and I'm struggling, and my focus, my concentration, and they're very linked to the menopause and trauma. It's like the orchestra. If one is out of balance, the others can kind of be everything is off. So I went through the stage of, try this supplement, try lion's mane, try this, use this is going to work. And I'm like, yes, buying this stuff, not understanding it, not having a clue, something might work. But ADHD, I forget to order things. However much in my head, I'm like, I need to order this today. Just didn't happen. So then I wouldn't order, then I'd have a gap in ordering, and then the cycle would continue, and painful, draining, and very expensive. A lot of these supplements, you know, I was just so desperate to get help. 20 quid here, I don't know how I paid for it, you know, 30 quid here. I was spending a fortune. I didn't know what was helping me, what wasn't helping me. I was kind of so desperate to get help. I spent, in my 30s, so long on so much medication I had pain. I spent a lot of time in bed, a lot of chronic pain. The doctors just shoved me full of medication, didn't really know what to do. And since I've kind of started healing myself using frequencies, a massive difference. So I do, it's not like I'm happy and I'm rosy all the time. You know, I do still have days where I'm not feeling okay. But for me, you know, I can put a necklace on. I use frequency stickers as well. So I have stickers behind the jewellery, anywhere really. I have them stuck on my skin. You know, I have a bracelet for ADHD. I don't take medication. I don't like taking medication. If I need to take medication, I'm not like, I'll take it. You know, I'm not like, if I need to take it, I'll take it. But as in taking ADHD medication, I didn't want to do that. I've spent so long taking medication. I didn't want to kind of go back to that. So I've got in this bracelet, focus frequencies, and this necklace I've got energy frequencies. I've got a lip balm. I know, like, so before I was driving here on the way, and I was feeling tired and very scattered. You know, when your brain is just scattered. You know it, scattered brain. And I'm driving, and I'm like, this isn't good. I'm driving, you know. And I instantly just grabbed for this, put this on, and I literally didn't realise until I'd got here that I was like, oh, I felt a lot calmer then. So how simple is that, you know? By me just putting that on or wearing a piece of jewellery or something, I am getting frequencies that it's like me buying supplements. You know, there's a lot of supplements on the market, calming, this, that. It's like me just taking different supplements, but in a different way, really.
Where do you get your devices from? Where do you get the devices?
So I should have bought my other device, and I'm really annoyed. Sorry,
it's all right. It's all right.
ADHD brain in full action this morning. So this is my first device. The Healy, I'll take it out of its box. It broke, that's why I have it. It's like my third child. So it has a clip on it, but the clip broke, and I'm so terrified of losing it that I bought it in a case. So this is incredible. Right now, so I'm running a program on myself for abundance, and it's amazing. Really, really good. So I have this device, and then I have another device called the Infopathy. Can't believe I forgot. And it's just a tiny little device called the Glow Pad, and you get them online. The Healy device, you need a sponsor because it's quite complicated, which I am a sponsor, so through me. And again, the Infopathy is through a website, which is www.infopathy, which is infopathy.com, and I also have discounts for the Infopathy as well, but they're so simple to use, really simple to use.
For any of our listeners who are interested, how can they get one of these, like one of them?
You can literally just go on the website or contact me, and I can arrange for the devices. But again, I'm very, very passionate about, you asked me why I started my business. Firstly, because I needed money, and
that's always the first thing.
Number one, and it had to fit in around my kids. You know, you only get one childhood that's going far too quickly, so it has to fit in with that. And secondly, when I was thinking of a business, I like doing creative stuff. I was thinking of absolutely everything but frequencies, but everything required an investment, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's like, hello, frequencies staring at you. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And I've been so passionate about it for about 5 years. My friends and family, I've gone on and on. People were just, when I first started talking about them, not listening, not taking any notice whatsoever. And that's changed over time. And I'm so passionate about frequencies and just wanting people to know about them and how amazing they are, really.
Nice.
So, like, obviously, you've seen on that, so, like, you do, like, workshops and things. So what sort of things do you do in your workshops?
Well, I'm actually doing my first workshop tomorrow. I'm a bit nervous at a festival called Womanifest. So it's a woman and teen festival. So I'm nervous but excited. And I'm also doing a workshop next week with someone else. So, again, it was a bit of a challenge because I don't want to just stand and talk to people. That's not really, not really, I don't want to do that. How I wanted to work with frequencies was knowing how you're going to feel, people noticing the difference. Have you heard of tuning forks?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, tuning forks, frequencies. Have you heard of a sound bath?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sound bath. So I feel for me, sound baths are needed as part of my self-care.
Yeah.
Like how it's a necessity for me to try and remain slightly calm and balanced. I need it. And for me, why would I not want to go to a sound bath? I get to lie down with nobody talking to me, nobody asking me any questions, not having to do anything. And I'm clear. It's like, for me, I feel sound baths are like an energetic car wash. It's a no-brainer for me. Absolute no-brainer for me. So the workshop, I'm wanting people to feel the difference. So I'm going to be kind of getting people to scan, notice how they feel, rate themselves out of 10 before they start anything, get them to notice how they feel, scanning their body to see if they notice things. Then going to use tuning forks. There's also on the device, the developers of the Infopathy they blow me away. But the thing with frequency technology as well, people are constantly pushing the boundaries of what is possible, constantly pushing the boundaries. I use frequencies on my house, plants. It's crazy, that I can send, and it's amazing. I don't know if you've noticed if there's been a massive argument or something, you'll walk into the room and you might feel tension, or you
Yeah,
feel
like the energy.
you feel the
Right.
energy.
Yeah,
So,
it's
you know,
like,
we're
yeah.
all human. You know, just because I use frequencies, it doesn't stop things happening. You know, things can happen. My son had a massive meltdown last night, and actually forgot to do the house, but I was able to calm him down quite quickly. You know, he was annoyed with me and my husband, so I was able to send frequencies to relationships to calm it down pretty quickly. I'm able to use the devices to even see what's going on with my kids. It's which is amazing, because often they don't know, I don't know. So I just let frequencies do its work. And the developers of the infopathy have, they are in development to bring out a mat, so you will lie on the mat, choose your frequency, you get the frequency. But they're also doing as well, which is on YouTube, they've made a song. So often you'll find music on YouTube. However, I don't know if it says it's frequencies, how accurate it is with frequencies, the quality. But the developers from the infopathy they're currently making it so I will be able to, if you have an infopathy, you'll be able to do this soon. I'm bursting with excitement for this, where you can make songs. So they have created a song with frequencies. It's a calming song. I can play it at the end if you want, to give you an example of how frequencies work. And very soon I'm going to be able to make music. So if you came to me and said, I would like to feel less stressed, have more energy, and increase my abundance. Who doesn't want to do that? I can get all the frequencies together, and it's not going to be me having to research loads. Design the type of music that you like, because not everybody likes calming music. Not some people like rock. Some people, everyone likes different things, and make you a song with frequencies that are going to target the things that you want. And you just listen to the song. For me, that's just how the future should be. Albert Einstein said frequencies are the medicine of the future. Nikola Tesla, so long ago, said, again, frequencies are the medicine of the future. They have just been hidden from us in a way, without going into too much detail. They're free, So we've kind of been believed you need to take medication, which, don't get me wrong, you should still see the doctor. And if you need, I'm not saying, they can be worked alongside each other, but often you might go and have some treatment, but it doesn't go anywhere, or you might, there's very long waiting lists to see counsellors, etc. If you go ring your doctor and you're like, I'm struggling, and they say you need counselling, you could be waiting a year for that counselling. What do you do in that meantime? Are you just supposed to sit at home and twiddle your thumbs, get worse? Some people don't know that going for a walk is going to help you, or some people don't know that these kind of things can help you, whereas a simple thing like putting a sticker on or listening to a song can really, really help people.
That's very cool.
They're amazing, honestly.
Who do you treat with the frequencies? Is it
anybody? Anybody, literally. I use a lot of frequencies on my kids. So when I first found out about frequency devices, I'm not going to go into it, but my life had blown up. I don't speak to my family anymore, which is not an easy decision. Lots of hidden trauma. My life literally blew up, and how do you put the pieces back together whilst being a present parent, which was my very, very intentional. I want to heal all this. So with trauma, everything is energy. Everything is energy. So negative experiences, stuff like if you go through experiences, it's trauma. If you think about it, it's like energetic bags, but it was all stored in me, and I didn't want to carry it, but I didn't want to be affected. I just wanted to be with my kids. I didn't want to be having to go deal with this and go deal with that, and then go see a counsellor and deal with some absolutely horrific stuff, and then just go and put my parent brain on. That wouldn't be fair to either me or my kids. So I heard about frequencies and was very skeptical, like, surely this can't work, and I've kind of just gone about my life, you know, been very intentional, sent a lot of frequencies to heal what I've been through, and I wouldn't be here if I've only used frequencies, you know, haven't done anything else. And the change in me, so many people have said to me recently, the change in you is phenomenal, from how I was to how I am. The fact I'm even doing a podcast, you know, the fact I'm doing a workshop tomorrow, the things that I do now for my business, the old me, never, ever. But again, if I'm feeling, you know, if I'm going to do tomorrow, you know, if I'm feeling lack of confidence, I can send myself confidence frequencies, you know, simple things, just simple tools. So when I first found out about the frequency device, my son, we realised, had autism, and just before he was about 7, horrendous meltdowns, no violence, but throwing things. And I've grown up with domestic violence, so that's one of my biggest fears of that being replicated by my son. And I'd heard about the Healy and I didn't understand it at all. I didn't get it, but I was just, I think because so many people had said to me, you need to go and see a counsellor, you need to feel it to heal it. And I was getting, you know, when you feel so many red flags and alarm bells going off in your body. It was that, and I was like, but everyone's telling me I should do this, I should do it. Everyone's telling me, surely they're right, like what do I know? But then there was a little part of me that was like, no, I'm just not doing that. I'm just not doing that. And my father, who was a big narcissist, I got left some money when he died, thankfully, but my siblings got left a lot more than me, which I knew because it was part of his abuse of what he did to me. And I didn't want the money. I saw it as blood money. I wanted to get rid of it all as quickly as possible. However, I bought this device, which has saved my life. It's transformed my life. So I got this device and I started using it. So I can use it on me. And what I love about frequencies is I can send them remotely. So you could be anywhere in the world, how you're connected to Wi-Fi, how a text message works. You don't question how your phone is connecting to Wi-Fi. If you send a text, I mean, some people might, that's, nothing wrong with that. But you might send a text message and you're not like, how did that just get there? Like, I don't understand. How did that get there? You know, you just accept it. So it's the same thing with distance frequency scans. I was able to send frequencies to my son, and the difference, priceless, like absolutely priceless. To fast forward to today, my kids will often ask me for frequencies. My daughter last night, she's so unchilled before bed. It's not even funny. Like all the time, I'm like, can we chill? No, it's just so unchill. And we got intervention. Like, I'm not tired, mummy. I'm like, you're going to bed though. And I just put a sticker with calming frequencies on. I was like, put it on. And I didn't hear from her. She went straight to sleep. So, you know, for me, for neurodiverse kids as well, needed, you know, the fact. We all know that we struggle in this world. We all know the struggles and the battles. For me, I mean, running a business, my organisation just leaves a lot to be desired. My organisation, you know, I've forgotten things here. You know, it's part and parcel of being neurodiverse. But on the flip side, we are so amazing in so many areas that the world needs. So, you know, it's so inspiring that you are here doing a podcast. You know, I'm so passionate about frequencies. It's obviously a special interest. It's a hyper focus for me, but that makes it my superpower. That makes it my superpower. So for neurodiverse people especially, frequencies are amazing. So who I work with, anybody, animals can't tell us what animals can't tell us what they need. You know, if you go to somebody's house and there's a dog barking, they might be scared or they might be anxious. You send them frequencies, they're going to be calmer without the animal taking a medication or doing this or doing that. Simple as life should be.
That's really good. Really good of what you said then, you know, like, you know, about life and how, you know, people that was really good.
I find as well, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, I haven't really got anything to attest to this, but I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. Life is so crazy, busy, chaotic, overwhelming. And I personally don't want to... If I have some free time, I want to do something I enjoy doing. Like painting or going for a walk or whatever that might be. I don't want to spend my free time having to do something to enhance my life. And I think as well, a lot of it comes from, I've had so much narcissistic abuse. I've only been free from narcissistic abuse for 7 years. So I've been controlled up until the age of 40. I have been controlled and I'm free. You know, I don't want to be spending my life doing these things. I want to be enjoying my life. But I think with kids especially, you know, so many kids today in today's day and age struggle. You know, neurodiversity off the charts. You know, social media. I'm a lot older than you two, but we're the first generation for social media. So when I was younger, none of this even existed. It's a different world, different childhood, and kids should be kids. They shouldn't be having to go see a counsellor or take this or do that. They should be able to be kids where, you know, free stickers, for example. So. The little holographic stickers, silver stickers like that. And my kids don't like they will wear them, but they don't like them on the skin. They irritate, you know, they get annoyed. Yeah. And I'm constantly finding ways. My son had exams recently. I put a sticker on his water bottle. I put stickers in their shoes. So have you heard of Tommy Mallet from Towie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he inspired me in a way, and I hope if he's watching this, I hope I don't get into trouble for copying because it wasn't my intention. So he makes trainers, and he has recently done a new trainer brand called Citrine, and they have a crystal from the top of the shoe to the bottom, straight through to the ground. So when you wear the shoes, you feel grounded and you get the crystals. It's the same kind of principle. I don't sell stickers to put in shoes. You can wear them in so many different ways, but I've started putting them in shoes because, again, my kids can be at school and they're getting frequencies just by being in their shoes. You can put stickers on water bottle, you get the frequency in the water, in skin, on your clothes, behind a watch, so many places. And how easy is that if you're wanting to feel calmer? So I know you've got a question for this, but am I okay to say it now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I went to a sound bath Thursday, and there was a client that had bought a calm necklace at an event that I did, and she was telling me that it helped her so much, and she's just been on holiday and she didn't take it with her because she was worried about getting it wet and stuff. And she said the difference, the panic attacks, the difference that she was feeling from not having it on to having it on was just amazing. And how amazing is that? She's not doing anything. She's not having to do anything. She's wearing something and it's just helping her. She's not having to take a tab. She's not having to do anything, you know.
So
that's how life should be. That's just the way that I see it.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Do you ever think of or have plans of maybe expanding the business, you know, or is that just just a bit?
This is where ADHD comes in with my 8,000 ideas weekly. In my head, I'm like, right, I'm just going to focus. I'm going to stick to this, but then I get another idea, and I get another idea, and I get another idea. So I'm trying to rein it in. At the moment, my focus is I've just had a website launched. My products are going to be going onto the website very soon. So at the moment it's through Facebook or events. And I'm wanting to get... It's a hard one because there's so many potentials with frequencies. I mean, neurodiversity, animals. The list is endless. Businesses, people. The list is absolutely endless. So I feel I need to rein it in. Try and rein it in. Try my hardest to rein it in. Try my hardest. Well, that one might change. That one very probably will change. But when I first started, again, there's 4,000 frequencies on the infopathy. And when you've got ADHD, it's like a kid in a candy shop. And I don't know about you two, but making decisions is torturous for me. Yeah. Isn't it? It's so overwhelming, especially when there's so much choice.
It's like, I can do this and do that.
It's so hard, isn't it? It's really hard. So I started my business.
It's like you don't know.
You don't know which one. Yeah. And then you might make a decision, but then you're going to question your decision and probably change your mind 50 times. Yeah. So when I started my business, it was frequencies. I've come a long way since I started because I just started stickers and people didn't know. And I started off but this is where ADHD got the better of me. I started off by making a certain number of blends, and I think I didn't call them what I call them at the moment, but then I was adding things so frequently that I think I was confusing. People didn't know what I did because I was changing it too frequently. So then, and again, people didn't really understand what I was doing. I can't remember what they were named, but I think I might have just done like stress-free or people didn't know, and people just didn't get what I was doing. So I then changed it to the B collection.
Oh, yeah.
So
Be calm.
it's how you want to feel. Instead of, I kind of had to flip it on its head to help people understand it. So if you want, so I've got now 6: be calm, be focused, be happy, be energized, be abundant, and be confident.
Yeah.
So you choose how you want to feel, and it's really been a game changer with people understanding how they want to do it. But I also, which is my favourite thing, I do a lot of bespoke frequency blends, which is like making somebody a personal cocktail is the way to describe it, basically. Yeah.
So like, say if just like theoretically, so say if you walked into a room, like advice for people. So say if you walked into a room and it was like you said before, it was full of like a lot of like negative energy, or like, you know, there might be someone that's there like you don't particularly get on with that person. Like, what advice would you have for somebody in that situation?
Well, if you're in that situation, I suppose it's hard if you're in a if you don't have a frequency device. But the one thing that you can do, see, again, there's a lot of situations that are out of our control. We can't control that someone's going to be there that you're not going to like. It's all how you handle it, as have learned the hard way many times. It's about how you handle it. And also, one thing I'm noticing a lot is you could be annoyed with somebody or have some emotion towards somebody, and everything is energy, thoughts, emotions. You can be annoyed with somebody, but the other person isn't aware, doesn't care, not as in they don't care about you, they just don't care about the situation, but you're hanging on to that. So I'm noticing a lot of kind of letting things go. So if you were walking into that situation, I would say protect your energy. So you can't change the fact that you're walking into the environment or there's someone that's going to be there, but you can protect your energy. So again, there's lots of frequencies for energy protection. Some people might use black tourmaline or crystals to protect themselves. I could use the frequency of that. So it's, again, simple things like that, I would say. But you can't control other things, but it's how you would control yourself. And I've been in that situation, and for my personal advice, and I've kept saying, is avoidance. Just avoid. And also, so again, one thing that you can do is maybe go to a different room where the frequency might be lighter, or find people on your frequency, because also that will raise your frequency. If you're finding people who you're annoyed with, you don't like, you don't get on with, you're feeling the energy, you're going to go like that. But then if you're finding people that light you up, which is what you want to find, you're going to light up. So then you're not going to be so bothered that there's someone over there that you don't like, because you're feeling happier and you're bringing more good frequencies into your life. So I'd say a different room, or find somebody or something that's going to make you feel happier. Because again, that's all frequency and raising your vibration. Because again, frequencies, you know, fear, guilt, anger, jealousy, all of these negative frequencies, we all need them, they all exist. They're kind of the low frequencies, low vibration, whereas joy, happiness, peace, they're all the higher frequencies, you know. So it's, again, you will know if you've had a day when you're feeling crap, you feel crap, you've got no energy, you know, you're on the floor. Whereas if you have a day when you're feeling happier, you feel more energy. That's again, that's frequencies. Everything is frequencies. You're just not really aware of them everywhere, I'd say.
What advice would you give to yourself when you were younger? What would you give your younger self?
Oh my God. Oh God, because I've been through a lot of hell when I was younger. What advice? I'd say that I'm proud. I'm stronger than I realise. Probably the strongest person I know. So strong, and I was nervous getting on the way here, and I actually said to myself, think of what you've been through when you've been, you know, again, was nervous doing this and I'm nervous doing tomorrow, and then I had to flip it around and think, look at what you have been through. If you can go through that, you can go through anything, and you need to flip it around because this is good, exciting stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'd probably just say we did it, we made it. And also, I mean, it's a really tough one to take when you've had so much abuse. It's a very tough one, accepting it. But if I hadn't have had the abuse, I wouldn't know about frequencies. And I wouldn't know about frequencies. My kids would possibly be different, you know. Would they always be neurodiverse? You know, would they be different and not thrive? You know, my son has just done it. He's in year 7, he's just done exams. And he's in the bottom set and he wants to move up a set, but school. They're all saying it's on his exam results. And I'm like, no, can you do it on the year, please? So again, did what I did with frequencies. So with this device, I got there's an amazing woman that I know that makes special programs for this. And I got one, she makes one, I think it's called Learn, Retain and Recall. And frequencies are so amazing that it works distantly, remotely. So I was able to put this device on a picture of my son, send him frequencies, which he receives. He has done phenomenally, and he's done so incredibly well in his exams, like 80%, 75%. Some he got 40, 50, but you know, it's incredible of how well he's done. And I'm not saying, would he have done amazingly without frequencies? I don't know. He's very intelligent. Would he have done that well? I don't know. So I'm not saying it's all on frequencies, but it's like it's given him a massive boost, and I will do anything in my power to help them. So if I hadn't have been through what I've been through, I feel like I wouldn't be telling the world about frequencies. And I feel that in today's day and age, the way that, you know, if you go to the doctor, take medication, do this. I've been to the doctor, and nothing against doctors. If people want to take medication, that's on them. It's just my journey and my experience. I've had bad experiences, and I don't feel that I got very far. So I'm not going to say not to do it, because it's everybody's personal preference. That, oh God, I've forgotten what I was saying then. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I've kind of been down that road, and you know, I don't want to. For my kids, for example, you know, neurodiverse, anxiety, depression are very common with neurodiversity, aren't they? Very common because of the struggles that we had. So, you know, would my kids be put on medication? I don't want that for my kids. You know, I want them to know. I want my kids to grow. Okay, so this is what I was saying. Today's modern world, medication, there's phones, you watch videos, you know, there's that side of it, but then there's the other side of it where the world is waking up to go for a walk, or, you know, go for a 10-minute walk every day, go and walk barefoot, go to the beach, go for a sound bath. The world is waking up. So there's two kind of sides to it. And for me as a parent, if everything I've been through as a child, if my kids grow up, I'm not going to say leading a more holistic life, but knowing that these options are available to them, I feel like job done. My daughter comes to sound baths with me. I think it's very important that she knows you can go. I mean, if she's a parent, she'll probably need the hour's piece, but you can go and lie for an hour and feel the benefit. You know, I want my kids to grow up. There's so much of the other side as we're growing up that we're going towards, you have to do this, you have to do that.
Yeah.
I think it might be ADHD as well. I'm a bit of a rule breaker. I don't know anyone else. I kind of like to go against the grain. I've always done that. Literally like to go against the grain. So I feel that part of me is a bit rebellious. Like, no, you don't have to do that. Which, do you know what I mean? So I feel that even though I went through such utter hell as a child, the fact I'm able to make a product that helps people, all worth it.
Turn a negative into a positive.
It is. And I think as well, I've grown up with nobody. You know, I would have wished for people to help me when I was younger. And the fact that I'm able to give back, or, you know, the fact that I'm able to offer this to people, for me to see people struggling, it's like a dagger in the heart. I can't. And especially when I know that I can help people so quickly. You know, someone I knew had a sickness bug. I was on holiday in Cornwall. This is how amazing frequencies are. I'm on a networking group. She posted, we'd seen her, so she wasn't asking for help. She was just like, just to let you know, I've just started being sick. So instantly I started sending myself frequencies just as a precaution because I was on holiday. I didn't want to be ill. And I said, do you want me to send you frequencies? And she's like, yeah. And it didn't totally get rid of it like she was the next morning jumping for joy. But she ate the next morning, it shifted ththings a lot quicker. And that was me clicking a button through an app. She was at home in bed. And it's amazing. I've had tooth abscesses quite often. And it's always on a weekend. Always on a weekend. Always. And, that's more expensive because you then have to pay emergency dentist. It can be 70, 80 quid just for a tooth abscess on a weekend. And with the device, I've got this medication in it. So I'm able to make myself water with the antibiotics that I would get from the dentist. I drink the water and I haven't had to go and see the dentist.
Cool.
Can I just add one thing very clearly, actually, that I have to be very, very clear, that I just want to kind of add a disclaimer that I'm not going to say it cures things. I'm very clear that everybody responds differently. I'm not going to say that it can cure things. It can do this. Everybody. I've had incredible results. My clients have had incredible results, but I feel I need to get that out there.
Yeah. Do the frequencies wear off, or can they last forever? Like the frequencies.
Well, so the stickers, for example, if you have them on your skin or whatever, so the way that we use it in my jewellery is the sticker. It's not the jewellery, it's the sticker. I could put these rings on my device, but they wouldn't last as long. The sticker seems to hold the frequency for a long time. But as I say to my clients, if you do notice anything, just bring it straight back to me. But with frequencies, for example, I had a client who had neck pain, a lot of neck pain, and she was going to, I gave her the sticker, she was on her way to the airport, she was going to see the Northern Lights, and that's obviously looking up, isn't it? That's just constant head back, head back. She's on a plane as well, and I gave her a sticker full of neck pain frequencies, because you could target, not just pain, I could really target your tendons, your joints, your neck, you can really deep dive if you wanted to. And I gave her the sticker, she put it on, and she's just said, she's like, I've had no pain. And the pain hasn't come back since then. So frequencies work like an onion, that if you've had something, so this is a really good way with frequencies, because once I give, everybody's different. It's like, if you go to the doctor and you take a medication, everybody responds differently, don't they? It's not like a blanket way of, if you take antidepressants, on day 14, everybody just starts feeling better. It doesn't work like that, does it? Everybody has different symptoms. They work quicker. They don't work for some people. So it's like an onion. Onions have lots and lots of layers. So it's like frequencies. And especially with me for my journey, healing trauma or healing things, I don't want to know what I'm healing. I've been through it. I've lived through the hell. I don't want to experience it. Don't want to go down that road, which I think if I'd have gone to a counsellor, I would have had to relive it, which is why I was so clear about it. I'm like, I've been there, why do I want to repeat? Which I think as well, we're trained that, and again, some people it's very beneficial for and it's really, really helped them. But for me, and again, because I'm neurodiverse, I'm noticing I really see the world so differently. Some really see the world so differently. It is illogical to me, if you've been through something bad, to talk about it. It is re-traumatizing yourself. It's illogical why you'd want to do that. When I know some people do it and it helps them, but this is just my personal journey. I didn't want to do that. I just didn't want to do that. So again, what was the question? Sorry.
If frequencies wear off, or do they last forever?
Okay, so do they last? So it's like an onion. So for me, that's what I'm saying. I knew the onion was probably quite large, and I knew that I didn't want to know the details. I wanted to get rid of the onions. So, for instance, I probably had anxiety since I was in my mother's womb, or probably because I abuse was happening since then. So, you know, I've had some things since I was born. So I might have healed them. I don't know. You know, I don't know what I have and I haven't. I don't care. Don't want to know.
Yeah.
But, so again, I'm constantly using frequencies, and I'm peeling the onion. If you burn yourself, if I just burnt myself right now, I could send myself frequencies and it might heal quite quickly because it's something new. So again, it's how long do they last? It might be. You can target limiting beliefs. You know, everything is how you react and you respond to situations. I just got a client where I'm sending frequencies for limiting beliefs. I don't know how long that's going to take to shift the beliefs. It might be a case of it takes a short time to shift that belief for good, you know. And again, with beliefs and stuff, it's how the way that frequencies work, especially with stuff like beliefs and emotions and stuff like that, is a situation might happen, you respond to it, you fly off the handle, you go crazy, you're triggered. You might use frequencies. 2 months later, something similar might happen. You're calmer the way you respond. So some people with frequencies notice instantly, they might notice straight away. Some people think that they haven't worked, or they might notice something, but it can be a very slow, subtle shift that they might respond differently or something like that.
Yeah. I'm going to ask some last few questions. So, how do you explain your work to people who are like sceptical?
Yes, I've had a lot of that. My testimonials really speak for themselves. They're incredible. And again, it's a frequency thing. If someone is on that frequency there where they're ready to try it, they're going to come to me. Yeah. And again, I've had so many people. I go to a lot of networking groups, and it's taken a lot of repetition, a lot of people seeing other people trying it, when I've thought that people who have bought products from me would never in a million years, where they're now buying products. So again, it's repetition, it's talking, it's just repeat. Yeah.
Yeah, so that, with that, what would you say is... Oh, no, brain. ADHD. No. No, so what would you say is like, so what are the sort of like products that, obviously you have the like devices and jewelry, but like what sort of the other like products do you have to help people?
So the holographic stickers, which are a main seller, jewelry, and remote frequencies. I help a lot of people who amazing. Why make frequency stickers are so good? For example, it's a shame I've not gone with me. Sorry. Again, it shows my lack of organisation. You know, I should have been really organised and put loads of things today. Someone can come to me and say, "Can you help me with? I've got pain in my neck. Can you help me?" So I'll be like, "Yeah." And why? But then also be like, "I want to increase my abundance, and I'm not feeling very confident. And I've also got an ovarian cyst as well." And normally you might think I have to make different products for those. I can put that on one sticker. So it's not like you would have to have. If you came for 5 issues, you'd have 5 different stickers. It doesn't work like that. It's on one simple thing. For me, I'm about making life as simple as possible. Simple. So if people aren't sure, I could send them a remote frequency testing, you know, to see if they respond. But I'm literally all about making frequencies as simple. You know, I can add frequencies to water. It's a bit harder to do when I sell things, but I'm constantly developing or thinking of ways to make frequencies as easy as possible for people to go about your daily life and enjoy it as you should do.
Yeah.
That's what life is about. Life is about enjoying yourself, but because life is so busy and chaotic, it's all diluted.
Yeah. For the final question, if people want to use your services, how can they find you if they want to?
Facebook, Instagram, and I've just got a website. So my name is with 1 L. I don't know why my mother did that to me. So it's Michelle with 1 L. So it's Michele, and then Vale, Vale, on Facebook, and Lumo, which is Lumo, which is light as well, and wellness. So I have a website and Facebook and Instagram.
Nice. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to stop.
Don't
here.
worry.
Yeah.
Thank you so
We
much.
could have gone on
I know.
forever. But thank you for being.
It's okay.
on.
I hope you both understand frequencies.
Yes,
definitely.
That was
It
my
was
aim.
more,
So
yeah,
amazing.
Very,
Thank you.
very
Thank
advice.
you.
That was my aim. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thanks for listening to Brilliantly Different. Today we spoke with the founder of Lumo Wellness. Please share this episode. Details are in the description. And remember, stay brilliantly different.
Bye.